Hi folks, welcome to this live session on Introduction to Spark AR. We will start in a few minutes. Let some more folks join in. Till then, please introduce yourself in the chat section. Just let me know if I am audible. Great. So, first of all, thanks to you all for joining the live session on Saturday, which is a weekend. So, thanks for spending this precious time. And today we are going to learn about an introduction to Spark AR. So we will be going from scratch. So no prerequisites required for learning to create a AR filter. So before starting to the session, I would like to give a quick introduction of myself. So my name is Mrunang Pawar. I am an engineering student from Srimati Kashibai Navle College of Engineering. I am Google Crowdsource influencer from India. Also, I am AngelHack student ambassador. Being an AngelHack student ambassador and Google Crowdsource influencer, and being a student, I am also an active member at various tech communities, maybe various non-tech communities as well. So I have attended 10 plus hackathons. Besides all these academics and extracurricular activities, my hobbies are to play taekwondo and do sketching in my free time. So what is Spark AR? So Spark AR is a product developed by Facebook, which is helpful to create Instagram and Facebook AR filters. So we'll get back to this question again. Just let me know how many of you use Instagram and Facebook. Just let me know in the chat box. Those who use Instagram, type Instagram. Those who use Facebook, type Facebook. And those who use both, type Facebook and Instagram or both. Great. So now this was the first question. I want to ask one more question. If you use Facebook and Instagram, then have you ever tried any AR filter? Just let me know if it's yes, then type yes. If it's no, then no worries. Just let me know that you haven't used any AR filter. Great. So most of us have this habit, or we can say addiction, to use filters which are created by other folks, other students, or we can say other creators who create the AR filters. But have you ever gave a thought that why don't we ourselves create an AR filter and for other people can use the AR filter? So what do you think about this idea? Great, thanks, Piyush. Just let me know that are you excited to build your first AR filter? So if you are excited, then I will go from scratch, like what are the prerequisites or what are the requirements to start creating an AR filter, and how you can, to the end, like how you can publish your AR filter on Facebook and Instagram. So we will move back a step. Like I asked, what is Spark AR? So Spark AR is a product which helps us to create an AR filter from scratch. Like you can personalize the AR filter completely as per your needs, so you don't have to like depend on anything else. You can create those assets and import those assets into Spark AR. How we will see it in a few minutes. But Spark AR is basically a product which will help you to create some cool AR effects, which you can then publish to Instagram and Facebook. So, how many of you are excited to start? Just let me know in the comments, and then we will start to create an AR filter. Great, I like that excitement. Cool. So moving forward, so first step is requirements and installation. So for creating this Spark AR filter or Instagram and Facebook AR filter, you need to download two things. That is Spark AR Studio. Spark AR Studio is the place where you will create an AR filter, and Spark AR Player is a place, or we can say an app, where you can try your AR filter which you have developed. So you can use it or check how your filter has been created before publishing it in Spark Air Player. So Spark Air Player is available for Android as well as iOS, and you can install Spark Air Studio on Windows as well as Mac. So it's cross platform, so no worries. There is one more requirement, that for creating a Spark AR filter, you need an Instagram or Facebook account, because when you register for Spark, when you just install Spark AR Studio, it asks you to register. So for registering, you need a Facebook email ID and password. So if you have it, then you are good to go. So this was about requirements and installation to get started. Let's move to the next step. So the second step is keep your assets ready. So your question would be, what are assets? Like assets are the most important component in an AR filter, because for example, in this slide I have shown mask is an asset. If you are creating a like some filter for vaccination, or for thanking to COVID warriors, corona warriors, I have created one filter for which was dedicated to corona warriors. So I used mask as an asset. For example, if you want to create some other AR filter for, we can say, recently happy Teachers Day was there, you want to thank your teachers and you are creating an AR filter to thank them, then it is like you can take an image which says Happy Teachers Day. So that image is your asset. So you need to make those assets ready before you start creating an AR filter. So there is a tip, that when you create an asset, make sure that that asset has a transparent background. Because what happens when, if I try to apply this mask now on my face, then it will show the white background as well, which is present in the image. But we don't want that white background, so we will remove the background of that image and make it transparent. You can do this with various apps. There are many apps or websites available through which you can remove that white background. So you can create the assets with the help of Photoshop, AR library, or any editing app which you wish to use. So till now, have you got any idea, or if you have any doubts, just let me know. I will wait for a minute. Or if you have any problem, just let me know. If you don't have any doubt, then you can say let's go or something else. We can move forward or like that. Just let me know. Great. So if you still have any doubts as we move forward, if you get any doubt regarding this slide, just put it in the comments and we will go, I will address it. Great. So step 3 is open Spark AI Studio. Now you have got the Spark AI Studio in it in your machine, like may it be laptop or desktop. So you now have a Spark AI Studio. So what you have to do is there will be 4 options for like plane tracking, target tracking, face tracking, and blank project. So first of all, you have to click on create new. As I said or mentioned earlier, we will be creating an air filter from scratch. So don't try to choose any particular what we can say template to get started. We will create it from the basics. So we will click on blank project or create new project. So once you have selected and clicked on new project, then it will take you to the main what we can say environment where we can create an air filter. So don't look at what this it is showing. Just this is the screen or environment which you will be able to see when you create a new filter. Click on create new. So it will not show this. It will Spark AR itself provides you some demo persons, like there are 6 persons, 6 to 8 persons. They move their head and like rotate their neck, so that when you apply your assets on that effect, it gives you an idea how it will look on other people, or how you can also you try that filter on your face by clicking. There is an option which says test on my device. So when you it asks you for camera access. Once you give camera access, then you can try that filter on your face. So like for first step is adding a tracker. So if you want to track your face, the example which I gave earlier was mask example, like may it be a vaccination drive or vaccination air filter or for thanking corona warriors. So you want, when you move your face in this way, you want that mask as well to move around, move along with your face. If you place that asset in your filter but don't add a face tracker, then what will happen? The mask will stay as it is, but your face will move. But it's of no use. It will look very dirty. So for that, what we are going to do is adding a face tracker. This is the first step. When you can simply add. How to add a face tracker is like you just need to right click on the left pane, and you they will ask you which tracker you want to add. There is face tracker, there is like you can track something. Plane tracker is there. What is plane tracker? I will explain that as well. So you have now added a face tracker, but what to do next? you need to apply a face mesh. When you add a tracker, it shows white and black checkboxes. Like most of you have played that piano tiles game. It looks like similar like that. Just alternate or chessboard. It looks like chessboard. So what you need to do is apply face mesh. There is an option to it will ask whether you want to apply face mesh. When you click on apply face mesh, it will gray out all that part, all your face. You won't be able to see your face as there is tracker, and above the tracker you have applied a mesh. So now whole of your face is covered by gray color. So when you apply face mesh, you can then add your assets to that mesh. So you now have your face tracker ready. You have your face mesh ready. Now you also have your assets ready, which I said in step 2 was our create keeping your assets ready. So now as we have our assets ready, we just have to add those assets as a material to your face mesh. So I will give you an analogy like uh, just think of it as face mesh is a cement which you have used to create your wall, which you have applied to your wall. So do we keep that cement as it is till like when we leave, we apply a paint on it, or we apply some material on it, maybe a wallpaper, or we do some painting on it. So we don't keep it just like a cement wall. Most of folks may keep it, but it doesn't look good. To make the wall more attractive, we apply more assets to it. Like here we will be applying our assets which we have created in second step to the face mesh. So this will change the look of how it was looking. It was first gray, then when we apply the face mesh or when we apply our material, the whole gray part will get lost and you can see your asset on your face. For example, if I have applied a cap as an asset, then it will be placed on my head. Okay, so you can manage that cap as well by tweaking through some x, y, and z axis. You can just they give you three arrows. You just have to pull or like you just have to drag it and drop it where you to the suitable place. Or there is an option on the right side where you can manually change those x, y, and z axis by tweaking some values like adding 5 to x axis, subtracting mine 3 from the y axis, or anything like that. So I hope you got an idea, rough idea about how to add a tracker, applying face mesh, and applying assets. So speaking about adding assets to the adding assets as material, when you apply a face mesh, there will be an on the right side of your editor or environment, you will get an option to apply material. So click on apply material, choose the file from your device, that is your laptop or desktop, and just click on OK. When you click on OK, that material or that asset will be named as material 0 for the first asset you are trying to use. Just you have to rename that material 0 to what it is working or what that material is actually about. If it is a mask, rename it to mask. If it is a cap, rename it to cap. Because what happens when we apply, if it is a basic filter, there are no worries. But when you try to apply 2 to 3 assets, then it becomes a tedious job to track which asset we are trying to edit. But when you rename it to mask, cap, or anything else, it would be easier for you to edit that specific asset. So that's the tip here. Just let me know if we are okay to move ahead or you have any doubts. feel free to ask any doubts, or you can also ping me on my socials, or you can WhatsApp me anytime if you have any doubts. Also, stay tuned till the end. I have an announcement to make, so make sure you stay tuned till the end. Can we move ahead? So now we have applied our assets to our face or face mesh. Now we want to make it interactive. So to make it interactive, what we are going to do is, like most of the folks must have seen the filters, in which we have an option to like if we open our mouth, then something happens. There is some change in the filter. Like if you wave your hand or shake your head, then something happens, or there is some magic in the filter. So this that magic happens in this step, like making it interactive, making our filter interactive. So now we are all set with the filter, but why stop when we can make our filter interactive? So no one would like an filter which does nothing. It's just an bunch of assets added to your filter, and it does nothing magic. So to create that magic, we would like to make it interactive with the help of patch editor. So what is patch editor? If you must have seen in this behind screenshot, so there are some boxes here. These boxes are, this part is called as patch editor. This is the patch editor, where you have to build some logic behind it, and with that logic your AR filter will makes that changes. For example, you have created a logic of uh, just let me change this slide. You have created a logic that when someone taps on the screen, your filter will disappear, or it will change to, for example, we are making an air filter for IPL teams. Okay, so what you want to do is, there are you are adding an asset of team logos on your filter, and when someone taps on the screen, the asset of next team or the logo of next team appears, and the previous one disappears. So this thing you can implement in using patch editor, with the help of patch editor. So it is not compulsory step to make use of patch editor. For example, if you want to create a basic AR filter, very basic, then you just need to follow the previous steps. Okay, so you just need to apply a face tracker if your AR filter is focused on creating an assets on face. Then if not required, you can just ignore that face tracker. And what you can do is, as I mentioned that I will be talking about plane tracker. So what is plane tracker? So if you have applied some plane, then as that plane moves, it will also like your asset will also move according to it. Or if you want a static position of your asset in the AR filter, then what you need to do is just simply right click in the environment, add a plane. When you add a plane, it will ask you to create material. When you apply material, by default it will show the gray color, like I gave you example of cement on the wall. So now you have to beautify that cement, or you have to beautify that material. You will again choose your asset from your machine, and once you have chose that asset, it will be ready on your in your air filter. It's just simple steps. Like, if you have any doubt in these steps, let me know. Speaking about making it interactive, you can use some logic. Most of the folks have, uh, those who come from computer background, they know if else statements or if else logic. If user clicks on something, then this will happen, else something else, some other thing will happen. Okay, so there is a while loop as well. I won't go into programming now, but it works like that. You don't need to code anything. There are the patches. You just have to drag and drop those patches into the patch editor, connect the lines. As you can see in the previous screenshot, there are the lines connected to from this patch to this patch, then to both patches. There you can also, you have seen that it asks you for tap on the screen to change, tap on screen to view this, for etc. For example, open your mouth. Okay, this is an instruction. You can edit those instructions, and you can also change those instructions as per your requirement. If you want that, I want this instruction to appear for 5 seconds, okay, then you can edit that timing and make it to 5 seconds. If you want that specific instruction to appear only for 1 second, that is, it will just come and go. If the user has uh, is paying attention to the screen, then he or she can see, or else they have missed the chance. They need to again browse that effect, and when they come to that screen, they will see. So my tip would be that try to keep it to up to 5 seconds, so that the user will know what magic you want to show to them. So if you have any doubt till this step, just let me know. Or else, if we can move ahead, just acknowledge me that as well. Also, stay tuned till the end. I have an announcement to make. You will be the first ones who will be hearing that announcement. So if no one has any doubts, just let me know if we can move ahead. So now till step 5, we have covered how we can create an air filter. So it's time to test our air filter. Like, you get a mobile view as well. You can test it on some Android phones. There are some iPhone sizes as well, through which in which you can check. But it gives a different view or a different aspect when we use that air filter in our phones. So here the Spark Air Player, which I mentioned in the first slide, that in requirements and installation, which is available for Android as well as iOS. So in Spark Air Player, you can actually try that effect. Or if you have your Instagram and Facebook account connected to Spark Air Player, then when you go to the test, there is an option on the left side, test on device. When you click on test on device, it will show you two options, either on Facebook or Instagram. It says test link, okay, or send this filter. When you click on that blue option, it will send you a link on your Facebook and Instagram. You will receive a notification as well for the same. Besides this, if you want your family members or friends, you wish that they should try and give me some suggestions, or if you are creating an air filter for someone else, then you need to show them that this is the air filter I have created. Do you have any suggestions, or are there any expectations coming from your side which I need to put in my air filter? So for this, they give you a link which you can share, and 50 users can use that link to check your air filter. So testing is the most important part, because many times what happens, you create an air filter, but uh, that feature, or that what we can say, that asset cannot work on some of the devices. For example, in few months back I created an air filter in which I added an basic asset for an hackathon, and I made it such that the background, like for example, there are curtains behind me. So I replaced those curtains, like basically speaking in simple language, it was a changing background. It was changing background. I changed that background to purple color because purple color was the important color in that hackathon. So I changed it to purple. But what happened when I tried to test that filter, it gave me an error that this filter can be only this filter has some asset or something that cannot be used on all devices. It required a portrait camera. Like there are some amazing phones which have portrait front camera, we can say, from iPhone X, XS, it is there. I don't know about any Android phones which have front camera, which have portrait front camera. So it's of no use if I publish that effect. Only those who have specific devices can use that effect. So there is no use of publishing such effect which is not of use to everyone. Try to make an air filter which can be used by each and everyone with even a simple device having a camera. So try to make such filter. So that's where testing is an important part. You need to test the air filter which you have created, because it is very important to view it before publishing it. So now you can test your air filter using front camera, back camera, whether it is working fine or not. If you think that there is some like for example, you have created an air filter which is having mask as an asset. The mask is, when you look on this side, the mask is just there are ribbons right on the mask. The ribbons are getting cut at like before your ear, whereas they should be cut at behind your ears. So you what you can do is increase the z axis. So what z axis will do, it will increase the depth. Once the depth is increased, it will go behind your ears. So you need to tweak a little bit, like you have to change, make some changes after testing as well. For example, now you are in testing phase and you made some changes. So how can you and you have sent the links as well. You have sent an test link on your Instagram and Facebook. So now how can you test again the current changes? You just need to there is a refresh button. Once you refresh, make sure when you make changes, just save those changes pressing Ctrl S and all. Once you press Ctrl S, your all the current changes will be saved. Once those changes are saved, there is no need to worry. You can just refresh it, and there is a refresh. All of you must be knowing the refresh icon. Click on that refresh icon. Again, click on send link. It will again send you a link. Tap on that link, use your filter, Again, if there are any changes to be made, go for that changes, else you can publish. So if you have any doubt, again just let me know. So we are very close to publishing our effect. So this is just a like introduction to Spark AR. I am just trying to make you comfortable with the what Spark AR is and what is included in Spark AR. I have an announcement to make. I will make it at the end, or I should make that announcement now. Just let me know in the comments whether you want to listen to that announcement now or at the end of the session. Great. So if I get one more now, then I will make that announcement now, or else due to one response, we will make that announcement at the end of the session. But before I announce, just make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, like this video, give a thumbs up, and please make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any upcoming videos or upcoming sessions. It also gives an encouragement. One more response, or we shall do it at the end of the session. Come on, folks. Okay, so because no one is giving any response, so we will make that announcement at the end of the session. So sorry, Piyush and Bailey. Okay, so now we have tested our AR filter. Also, we have passed all the tests, and it doesn't Spark AR doesn't test anything. We ourselves test, or the person or the organization for whom you are creating an air filter test that filter. Okay, so you are now satisfied with what you have created, and you now want to publish it. You want to publish it and make it accessible for everyone on Facebook and Instagram. You are just one step behind for publishing that AR effect. Okay, so before publishing an AR filter, these are the steps which you need to prepare before. It's better, like you can publish AR filter and parallelly you can do these steps, but I would recommend that keep these things ready before publishing it. So what are the steps? Now we are ready with our filter. Okay, so they if you have used any air filter, there is a small demo like how you can use that air filter, where the person or the creator creates a demo of, like, it can be small, like just 10 seconds demo or 5 seconds demo. If it is a color filter, like you are applying any filter to it, like made by black and white filter or something else, then it is okay to create a demo of 5 seconds, because it itself demos everything. It is just a color filter. But if you have some interactiveness in the filter, like you have to click, when you click on something then some magic happens, then you need to make a demo of at least 10 seconds to 15 seconds. It's not by Spark AR, it's my personal recommendation that try to make it 10 to 15 seconds so that you can so that the user can better understand how the how the filter works. It gives a great idea that what you can do with this AR filter that you have created. Okay, so also there is a logo, or what we can say image, which you need to create to like when folks browse effects, then you have a name. For example, you have created an AR filter for Christmas, so you can give it a name, give that filter a name Christmas. So what do you think will be an like what should be the logo for the Christmas theme? It can be a Santa Claus. Just make sure that the logo is clearly visible and it is not too small. They will give you the size. Mostly the logo should be of square size, because when, if you have seen on Instagram or Facebook, when there is an effect, it shows in a small circle. Just make sure that it can be easily visible in that small circle. So you have to keep your logo ready, and a small demo of maximum 15 seconds is okay. So 15 seconds demo ready and a logo is ready. If you have these things with you, then you are ready to publish your effect. So in the publishing step, uh, on the left side below the test on device, there is an publish option. You just have to click on that publish option. There are some details they ask you. Those details can be name of the effect which you want, whether that effect is a new effect or you are updating a previous effect. For example, you have a Spark, you are a Spark Air creator. Okay, you have created a previous effect but you want to update it. Okay, let's take an example. You have created an AR filter for Happy New Year, for New Year, which is having Happy New Year and 2020. Now this year you have to keep the name same, all the details same, but you have to just change that asset or something else. Then you can click on update existing effect. You can update that existing effect. When you publish, it's not yet published now, and it will ask for that demo video and logo which we have created earlier. Now you have created it. Now when you click on publish, it will get published for sure, but there are some terms and conditions by Spark AI which need to be like which need to be fulfilled. Okay, so it also shows that whether the asset size, like it is 4 MB or 2 MB, those asset size also matters. The asset size should not exceed, but there is a sufficient limit, there is sufficient like what we can say, um, there is, it easily approves you. Okay, there are no many such restrictions that it should be, it is not like 5 MB. You can upload assets up to 6 MB, 7 MB. I don't know exact restrictions. I will let you know what they are. Just ping me if anyone's creating effect, but feel free to create an effect. Okay, if it shows you an error, just make sure to compress that image and then you can add it back as an asset. So it will, it tells you an for example, in my case the filters got approved within 2 to 3 days. Okay, maximum 2 to 3 days. One of my filter got approved within a few hours, but maximum it takes like they say up to 8 to 15 business days. But don't worry, your filter will get approved. Okay, so When you click the publish button, they will give you a date that it will take 8 days, 15 days to get approved, for your filter to get approved. And once that filter gets approved, your filter is published, and anyone in this world who uses Instagram or Facebook can be able to use that filter. So just let me know if you have any doubts regarding publishing or testing the effect or creating the effect, anything. Hi Abir. And once your filter is published, it takes you to the Spark AI dashboard. From that dashboard, you can copy the link and send it to your friends or family, relatives, anyone whom you want. You can share it. Or once it is approved, then on your Instagram profile there is an effect section near your posts, and from that effect section you can share that effect as well, or you can see, like you can view that effect in your profile itself. So it's the best way. In Spark AI dashboard you can see the insights as well, how many folks have opened that filter, how many folks have shared it, how many people have used it. Everything is present there. So we have came to the end of this session. Can I make announcement now, or should I let it go? Let me know. Wow. If there are no comments about the announcement, then I will not announce it. No worries. I need three yes to announce, or else. Okay, till then, did you find this session useful, or did you learn something new? Let me know. Also, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, give a thumbs up. Glad that you liked it and learned something new. Just can't wait to announce, but no one's interested in that announcement, I guess. Thanks, Piyush. Great. 2 years, one more remaining. Last time also there were 2 years, one was remaining. Okay, so there are 3 years now. One, two, and three. So the announcement is that if you folks are interested, let me know in the comments itself. If you folks are interested, then we will do hands-on Spark, hands-on. We will create an effect in YouTube live session, as in another YouTube live session, but we will do it hands-on labs. Okay, so we will together create an effect in YouTube live. So what do you think? Are you excited, or let we shall we drop that idea? Also, in that live session, you can publish your own AR filters. So how many of you are excited for it, or how many of you really want that live session, hands-on live session? Or else we will, instead of doing a YouTube live, we will do it in Google Meet, so that you can also share your screen and show if there is any issues. If there are any issues, just let me know so that I can prepare schedule of you can schedule that meeting when you can create your AR filter and publish it. So basically this I would have done hands-on in this session as well, but what would have happened is that you are not aware of Spark, what Spark Air is, and it would be a, like, I know hands-on is the best idea always. Like if you get your hands dirty in creating an air filter, then you would really you would get a great idea as well, and you would have enjoyed this session. But what happens, it you won't be able to digest, or you won't be able to like handle all that things in such a short time. So now you have a basic idea what Spark Air is. You can complete those prerequisites, you can install it, like Spark Air Player and Spark Air Studio. Once you have them, then you can easily like go for it. So okay, we can keep a session uh, in Google Meet, or let's see if possible, then we will do it on YouTube. I will think about it. You can give me suggestions whether we should do it on YouTube or on Google Meet, and we will schedule it for a hands-on lab for Spark Air. So yeah, that's all. And feel free to follow me or search me on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. All the handles are mentioned on the screen. They are also present in the description. So before ending this session, I would like to make a small announcement that I have been selected as Hackathon Evangelist for Hack This Fall 2.0. So Hack This Fall is a hackathon which will welcome all the, may it be a newbie or may it be a seasoned player. If you are a fresher for hackathon, do register for Hack This Fall. You can check the link. Link is present in my description. Just let me check. Okay, I will add the link in the description. You can register using a referral code HTFHE001. It is very easy to remember. HTFHE001. It is present in the description as well. So it is a hackathon for everyone. May it be a newbie or beginner in development or in a hackathon journey. Do register. It will be an amazing experience. I myself am participating in Hack This Fall. Also being an hackathon evangelist, I am working with the team, and really it is amazing. The connect you will get is mind blowing. So do register for Hack This Fall. There you have got nothing to lose, nothing to lose. Try to attend. I will edit the description and add the link. So yeah, that's all. Thanks a lot for attending Before leaving, please make sure to subscribe the channel, give a thumbs up to the video, and let me know if you like this session. So I'm ending this session right now. So thanks again for joining. Stay tuned for the announcement. I will make it soon for hands-on labs. Thanks a lot. Bye.